his ability to be available as a leader. And so I wanted to show you kind of his day-to-day as he walks the floor here at Morales Group.
But I also want them to understand that I'm never not there for them. For the company is a person we call our janitor. And so when we held them in that level of the high esteem and stuff, I think they realize that they're as important as anybody else in this company.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered.
Few real friends. To challenge one another to live up to our highest ideals. We believe a man should be judged by his strength of character, his willingness to make sacrifices to improve both himself and the lives of those around him. For hundreds of years, the Freemasons have helped men find more meaning, to make connections with other men in a way that truly matters. For those seeking a deeper sense of purpose, a chance to make lasting friendships. To reach higher, to find more.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
The rain and storms are out of the way for the moment. That causes a delayed start here at Heritage Christian High School for this boys varsity soccer matchup. But we thank you for tuning in on Indiana SRN. With Daniel Morales, I'm Jarrett Lewis from Heritage Christian High School. What was supposed to be a 7:30 kickoff has now been pushed back to about 7:45. We'll get things going in just one moment here as the Warriors and the Eagles set to do battle. The Covenant Christian Warriors come in with a record of 0-3. This will be their second road matchup, looking to make that record even. They're 0-1 when they travel to the away soccer field. But for Heritage Christian, they are 1-2-1. Both teams coming into this one kind of looking for a win to sort of, jumpstart their season. It's early, Daniel, but still, you like for especially Covenant Christian who haven't gotten in the win column yet, you'd like to see them get one win here to begin this season in game number 4. And for Heritage Christian, the defending regional champions, looking to kind of find their right footing as well as we're just 4 games into this season.
Yeah, they're looking for a little bit of redemption in the conference. Lost their last game to Garen Catholic, who's always a tough opponent, but coming in tonight ready to kind of put the hurt on Covenant Christian on their home field. And like you said, I'm glad we were able to get this game in. There was some concern with the rain, the lightning, but it's time for some soccer.
Yeah, Garen Catholic, that game for Heritage Christian was a 3-0 loss just 2 days ago. And on the other side for the Warriors, they fell as well to Speedway. That game was a 2-0 loss for them. The other games for Covenant Christian before they start off the season with a close loss to Danville by a score of 2-3. Then they fell 2 days later to Avon 1-3. For Heritage Christian, their previous games, they started the season with a tie against University. That game 3-3. They lost to Lawrence North 1-3 and got a big conference victory over Bishop Chatard in double overtime by a score of 2-1. So actually Heritage Christian is kind of riding a little bit of momentum coming off their last game as a victory. So it may be more important for the Warriors to come in. This is a conference game as well in the Circle City to get them their first win of the year.
Yeah, for Covenant, it was a tough loss to Speedway, not being able to put up any goals. But if you're Heritage Christian, you look at that game against Chatard, I would say the best game that they've had so far this year. They had great spacing, great ball movement. When they did put the ball on target, it was in the vicinity of the goalie, obviously, but they really capitalized on those opportunities, and that's what they're going to have to do here tonight. The Warriors are coming out hungry, looking for their first win of the season, and you got to be able to adapt. Obviously, with the rain, late start, we'll see what happens tonight.
The home team, the Heritage Christian Eagles, wearing all black, will begin with the ball and possession as clock starts from 40 minutes and starts winding down. They'll go from right to left. Covenant Christian wearing the road all-white uniforms with green numbers. Heritage Christian started off the game with John McLemore in the circle. He is their returning leading scorer from last year. He had 7 goals. Both teams are losing 2 of their leading scorers from last year. Heritage Christian and for Covenant Christian as well. But McLemore is out on the field for the Eagles, one of the seniors on this group as well.
And what Heritage Christian likes to do here is they're really an attacking offense. They like to keep the ball in the front field, they're attacking, but what they can do well, but sometimes get themselves in trouble, is not get back in time to on the attack.
Eagles lose it there, but gain possession right back at midfield.
And just let them a little bit too much there. Try to do a little through pass up the sideline to get across maybe into the box, but just to let them just a little bit too far.
Tracking it down past the track and into the grass for Covenant Christian. On the far side of the field, looks like Hudson Bell. He gets it in. Both teams on the opposite side of the field. At the benches, the referees wearing the lime green shirts to be recognized on the field.
And as you can see, all of Heritage Christian is in the front field except for one defender, but then in the attack on the opposing opposite side, you got to get back. Obviously, the Warriors were not able to capitalize as much there.
Clearing out for Heritage Christian is the goalie, that being Dalton Schultz. Covenant still with possession here. This is the first time we've seen them this close and have a decent amount of time with the ball, and that shot goes over the goal. That was from Benji Oles.
I think the key tonight is going to be patience. Which team has that patience to set up their plays, find the open gaps, good passing, not gain control of the ball and not lose control on the passes, as we see a lot in high school soccer. But, you know, who's patient and who's going to be able to capitalize on those opportunities when they come?
Heritage with a nice opportunity here. Nice pass up the field, but it's going to be swiped away. Nice play there from Covenant Christian's number 21, and now Warriors towards midfield, but they'll stay patient. Heritage Christian, though, keeping up the pressure.
And that's going to be key tonight for Heritage. You got to keep that pressure, but you can't get beat on the opposite opposing attack. And we've seen that a couple times. Saw that a lot in Guerin as well in that game. But if they can put that pressure and be patient and find those gaps to have some good shots on goals, they can put up quite a bit of goals tonight.
Ball was headed out by Covenant Christian. Eagles now with possession. Beautiful pass up the field. Doesn't handle it cleanly. But now in the corner, it's forced out. Eagles will hold on to it and have a throw-in.
That's great defense there. You don't want to be able to knock him out or try to defend him and give them a corner. I was able to knock it out for a throw-in for Heritage.
Decent attempt there, heading it towards the goal, but coming up empty for Heritage was David Reynolds. Reynolds, a pass up the field. Good defense from Covenant. 2 possessions in a row where the Eagles have tried that pass as the guy is running up towards the sideline. Schultz will send it towards the 40-yard line. Pass skips up the field past all the Eagles players, and in the goal for Covenant Christian is Angelo Luca. He's a junior. His opposing goalie being Schultz. Schultz being a senior. 1 of 7 for Heritage Christian. Hovering the sideline, Warriors will hold on to it. Almost 6.5 minutes gone by here from Heritage Christian High School. Game was able to get going around 7:48 start time, so just 18 minutes past the scheduled start time. Had some rain in the area, some lightning holding the players off the field for quite some time. But glad we're able to get this one underway. This is the second Circle City Conference game for Heritage Christian and just the first one for Covenant.
Free kick for Covenant.
Covenant Christian will have a free kick Josh Bird, a sophomore, will be the one to get it away, and it'll get away from his teammate, that being Cameron Hickman.
Trying to be a little sneaky there, a little quick out to set up the cross. They obviously had Heavy in the middle of the field in the box, but just a little bit too hard on that touch pass and wasn't able to get out there and stop before it went out for a goal kick.
An attempt up the field. Caleb Williams sent it in the direction of Noah Ham.
And that's where the patience comes in. Obviously, they had a little bit of numbers. They controlled the ball. Great defensive stop there by Heritage to get the ball back, but then tried to lead them. And when your attacker is not ready for it, it kind of just sails down the field into the goalie for to be able to clear the ball.
Williams and Ham have been making the most noise for Heritage Christian this year. Both guys with 2 goals scored through the 4 games played for the Eagles. That ball goes out of bounds, and Heritage Christian will take it over. Other goal scorers for the Eagles, John McLemore has 1. Nice ball movement from the Eagles, but it ends up in the feet of Benji Oles.
And this is where the Warriors can capitalize. When they overload the Eagles, overload the front of the offensive side of the field, they got to get back on the defensive side. But the Warriors doing a great job, kind of being patient. You want to pick and choose your battles here. You don't want to get beat on the opposing attack and then have to get beat on the reverse. So great movement, a little bit there by Heritage, but you got to make sure you get back, not give up that big goal.
Well-designed play from the Warriors, although a kick too hard off the foot of Eddie Wynn, and he overshot Aiden McCrory. Number 12 and number 22, they look alike. That's because they are. They're twins. That would be Aiden McCrory. He's 22, and number 12 is Caleb McCrory. Actually, they're not twins because one of them is a freshman, one of them is a sophomore, but
they look like twins.
They look like twins from up here. 2 young soccer stars for Covenant getting in on the action.
Flag was just offside there, but great ball movement. That's what we saw a lot in the Chittard game for Heritage. They had great spacing. They were moving the ball quick to find those opening gaps. Just unfortunate there. Didn't hold up quick enough and got the offside flag.
And it'll be Angelo Luca sending it away. Gets it across midfield. Keeping it in play. Nice job there, Cameron Hickman. Pressure applied by Covenant Christian. Lutz able to get it away just in time, but the Warriors with that pressure cause Heritage to kick it out of bounds.
And I thought it went off of Warrior Covenant Christian and Warrior defender, but apparently not. They waved it to keep the possession in Covenant's field.
And as play continues with Covenant Christian getting the ball in, we have a sideline report from our very own and wonderful Keith Myers.
Corner kick for Covenant.
Yeah, Covenant
obviously, because I went there, I know has a really good history of good soccer. They're good every year, and so it's always a good matchup between good rivalry between Heritage and Covenant. So, but obviously, I got to root for Heritage because of my brother. So.
And it's a conference game too, so it's real important to get this win tonight.
Yeah, conference games are huge, and all their other conference games really have been like within 1 goal or a tie. So we'll see how it goes.
Rachel says the weather's going to stay away from us, so let's go. Rachel, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Keith. Hopefully the weather does stay away. For the moment, it looks like it will. We see some dark skies across from us.
As we have seen all night. I tell you what, we're sitting pretty good. I feel bad for Keith down on the field. Hopefully it does stay away.
Oh, he's having fun. He's in. This is his wheelhouse right now. The sideline reporting suits him well. Inside the 27-minute mark as the clock continues to wind down. A whistle here.
Handball on Covenant.
Heritage will have a free kick right on top of the Eagle logo.
There's a handball there by Covenant Christian. And we saw this exact highlight in the Chittard game from almost this exact spot where Reynolds was able to put it up in the upper 90 for a goal. We'll see what Ham can do.
Kick is up, and Heritage had a shot at it. Good defense applied there from Covenant, and it gets away, but the Eagles will hold on to it.
Great defensive clearing there. They saw where the play was going, trying to cross it in, lob it into the box to have an attempt for a header, maybe a quick kick into the goal, but great defense there by Covenant Christian.
Noah Ham was the one that delivered the pass, and he put it in a spot where one or two of his guys can try and go after it. Ball will switch hands now and go over to Covenant Christian. Nice ball control from Covenant Christian's Josh Bird.
And Bird really quick with the feet, was able to make some nice moves, but great containment by Heritage Christian to be there, to not let him get a fast breakaway, maybe a quick little drop-off pass to get into the open for a cross.
For a moment, it looked like a fast break for Heritage Christian. They're still with it. Pass over towards the middle of the field. Great defense to kick it away. That was Hickman. Eagles still have it, though. Shot is almost going to hit the field goal post. And it's a no-good look from David Reynolds.
And we know we can hit that. We saw that, like you said, in the Chittard game, bent it into the upper 90, and goalie had no chance. That one just sailed it just a little bit over that goal. Like you said, hit the field goal post on the football field.
Ball sent away from Luca. Nice header. Couple of headers. Bengioli's loses it. Missing on the header to clear it away was Covenant Christian. Eagles still with it. Left-footed shot is going to shank off the foot of Gabe Cairo. Here's a shot on goal, and Luca defends it well. Eagles still there. And Covenant Christian does clear it, but Heritage Christian, for the moment, has it.
Heritage is doing a great job of keeping control of the ball. Covenant is trying to clear it and try to get it out. They clear it out to about almost the midfield, but then Heritage just controls the ball once again and is able to find those gaps and have great spacing.
Eagles with most of the time of possession, if you're keeping track, so far as we've played almost 17 minutes. Heritage Christian under the direction of head coach Caleb Schnocky. On the other side for the Warriors, David Pfeiffer. Nice clear by the Eagles as the Warriors had something going with it around the 25-yard line.
And Covenant has been playing so much defense that they're struggling to get back on the Heritage clears, and that one almost disastrous for the Warriors as the Heritage attacker was getting up the field and almost beat the goalie to the ball.
Ball out goes to Covenant.
Covenant has it, and the usual suspect, Cameron Hickman, throwing it in for the Warriors. Ball trickles down the sideline, and it'll go out. Heritage will see this throw in from Ethan Andrews. Eagles clear towards the other side. He gets knocked around. Eagles had the advantage for a second. Now we have a player down for Covenant Christian. Boy, without that whistle, the Eagles looked like they had a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 situation.
Yeah, and it almost looked like the Covenant Christian players ran into each other, but it looks like there was the ref signaled for a handball, so I'm not sure if the ball did bounce up and hit somebody's hand. But Covenant, obviously, he's up, he's moving, obviously a little shaken up. These guys are working hard out there. I tell you what, soccer, I love the game, love watching the game, love calling the game. But I don't know if I can play it. It's a lot of running. It is a lot of running.
No, I've gone through the football and the basketball and that sort of running. I haven't put myself through what these guys do. So it's one of those, you think you can do it until you get out there and you're like, oh boy, I don't know if I could do this.
I think that's why I always pick goalie, because I just had to stay in one little area of the field. I'd have to run up and down.
Eagles with a chance here. Cleared away by Covenant Christian. Going from sideline to sideline was Reynolds, and offside is going to be the call against Heritage Christian, so back over to Covenant.
And the ball movement of Heritage, the way that they create these spacings and they know right where to be and control the pass, and that's the biggest thing, especially in high school soccer, controlling the pass. You can send one across the field to your teammate, but if you can't control the pass and it bounces off you, it's hard to develop a play. And Heritage tonight has done a very, very very good job at maintaining the control of the ball.
Pretty solid defense from Heritage as well. Covenant has had some trouble getting that ball over the midfield line. The player that went down for Covenant Christian was Andrew Crane. He's up on his own feet behind his bench. Moving around just a little bit. John McLemore with it. Hands off to Ham. Backside defense knocks it away, did Covenant Christian. Brandon Neese, a junior. Heritage has plenty of guys back in case Covenant takes possession. One of those guys being Nathan Jackson. Now at midfield, Ham gets a swipe from Bengioles. No call from the refs. Looks like Ham wanted something to be called there.
Yeah, aggressive tackle, but what he did is he was able to put a foot on the ball. If he would not have put a foot on the ball, any part and went right for the lower level, then it would have been a foul and it would have been a free kick from the spot. But ref made the right decision, let it play on.
Down the sideline is McRory being chased by Jackson. Ball in a dangerous spot. Nice grab by the goalie. That being Dalton Schultz.
It got tricky a little bit. It kind of bounced around. It was spinning around, and at that point, you know, luckily he grabbed it.
Here's another attempt towards midfield from Covenant Christian. Schultz in perfect position to reel in another shot. Past the halfway mark, 18.5 left to go in this first half.
And I think if we look at time possession or percentage of possession, we're probably at about 75-25 in favor of Heritage. We've been on their side of the field for a long period of time, and you know, now we're seeing Covenant kind of put a little bit of pressure, like, hey, we need to start putting some pressure on them, make them work a little bit. We're getting a little exhausted here, but Heritage done a great job of attacking, and then kudos to the Warriors as well, putting the defense on.
Covenant Christian will get a throw in here as the pass from Schultz went errant past one of his teammates on that far side. Looks like Ryan Cornwell patrolling that end of the field. Eagles clear it out towards McLemore. Pass up the field. Nice placement and able to keep it in. Crossover and getting tripped up, hitting the floor. Looks to be Caleb Williams on that far side. Here's Benji Oles, the leading goal scorer from last year for Covenant Christian.
And a good send into the box, but just unfortunate Covenant not able to control the ball as it goes out of play for a throw-in for Heritage. But they're starting to put a little pressure on. We're starting to see them now get on the attacking side instead of being on the defensive side that we've seen most of this first half.
Throwing it in for the Eagles, Ethan Andrews. Gives a push into McRory. Warriors will hang on to it. On the year, Warriors 3 goals scored. They've given up 8 to their opponents. Heritage Christian, a little bit better numbers in those regards. 6 goals scored, but giving up 10 through 4 games. Three of those coming to a very tough Gearing Catholic team to start off. That was their last game for Heritage Christian, the 3-0 fall to the Golden Eagles.
Substitutions for Covenant Christian.
You see a substitution now for the Warriors. Lucas Thomas checks in. He's wearing number 6. Number 7 as well, Braden Crittenden. It'll be a throw in for the Warriors. Getting a running start and tossing it in is Hickman. Middle of the field. Shot deflected off the legs, and here's another deflection that finds Benji Oles, and that'll open up the scoring. Oles 8 goals scored last year, and the leading scorer from the past season gets his team on the board here at Heritage Christian.
Right place, right time. There was a couple deflections. It wasn't the initial shot on goal. Great defense by Heritage, but did not have that follow-up defender on the backside of the goal and was able just to chip it in past the goalie.
At the 15-minute and 17-second mark, the Warriors jump out on top and strike first.
And for Heritage now, don't worry about it. You got a lot of game left. You got to settle in. Keep playing the game that you have because the opportunities are going to come. We've seen the spacing. We've seen the time of possession in favor of the Eagles, but you can't get complacent. You got to keep pushing. Don't get your head down to put goals up on the board.
Still about 14.5 minutes to go in this first half for Heritage Christian. If you're just now joining us, thank you so much for tuning in on IndianaSRN. Jarrett Lewis here alongside Daniel Morales from Heritage Christian High School. The Eagles 1-2-1 on the year. Covenant Christian looking for their first win. They're 0-3. Nice recovery by Covenant Christian as Heritage got it well inside the 10-yard line. Inside that yellow box. Throwing it in for the Eagles, David Reynolds. That goal scored by the Warriors is their 4th on the season. They've given up twice as many to their opponents. Weaving his way through traffic, trying to make something happen is Brandon Ness of Covenant Christian. He still has it. Gets it off to Oles. Ham at midfield. Sends it far side to Reynolds. Reynolds quickly gets the ball and throws it in. Off the head of somebody, goes out. And now the goalkeeper, Luca, will place it down and kick it away.
There are times where Heritage has those opportunities they're not capitalizing. And then we see times kind of in that instance where Heritage kind of just throws it in there, hoping that somebody's there. We know Heritage can run those set plays. We know that they can find those holes and get those gaps and be able to execute. But we're not seeing that so far tonight. We've seen the possession on the side of the field of the Eagles on the offense, but they have not found that opportunity to capitalize just yet.
Numbers opportunity for the Warriors. Losing the handle on it. Newly substituted player for the Warriors, Hudson Bell. McLemore comes flying in on Luca, who is able to just get it away. Check that. The new substitution for Covenant was Shemi Balea. He's wearing number 10 in white.
And now we're seeing kind of Covenant put on the attack a little bit. They're really opening the field a little bit, opening up the spacing. Not able to execute on some of the passes that we're seeing throughout across field and crosses in, but they're capitalizing on the opportunities that Heritage is giving them.
Nice save there by the goalie Schultz.
And a nice shot on goal there. The goalie had to lay out completely to stop that from going in that lower bottom half of the goal. Great defense stop, but also a good shot on goal there for the Warriors.
Not too many shots on goal by either team. Covenant on their second shot on goal, I believe, was able to score from Oles. Heritage has had a few more. 4 shots on goal for them. Corner kick. Nicely defended by Reynolds. They have 2 headers to get it away.
And I believe that was our first corner kick of the game, if I'm right.
I think so too.
And I'm not normally right.
That's why we need a statistician to follow us around and keep us in check.
I know. Good thing we don't have fact checkers in here, or we might be wrong quite a bit.
Two players going after it. One of them, McCrory. The other one, Ben Folk of Heritage Christian. The Eagles will have the ball towards the corner.
Some of the downfalls of always being on the attack, as we've seen Heritage Christian tonight, always on the attack, is then you get a little bit exhausted. You're always pressing, but you know you got to get back quickly, as we saw with the Covenant Christian goal. A little tired. You see players kind of walking to get the throw, and you see them on their hands on their knees a little bit. But this one you got to dig down. You got 10 minutes left in the half. You get a little break at halftime, but you want to be able to put in that equalizer so you're not going in the halftime down.
Eagles can't control the ball there, so it goes back over to Covenant Christian. Benji Oles got the Warriors on the board with the goal at the 17-second mark. Ball's kicked out by the Warriors. And a throw in from Andrews. Up to McLemore. Surrounded by Warriors. Ricochets off one of them. Shot on goal. Luca's right there to corral it in.
Shot by Heritage.
Ben Folk with the turnaround left-footed kick.
And Braden, number 7 for Covenant, has came in and made a difference. I'm watching him out there on the defensive side. He's working. He's making good stops. He's been able to not let Heritage capitalize on some of the opportunities that they have. Just coming out with the workhorse, you see the players come off the bench. They're obviously excited to get into the game. But when they come out and make a difference, they have that sense of energy. And as they start making a difference after play after play after play, it starts building. And then they become an X factor, as we've seen with Braden, number 7 for Covenant, on the defensive side, making some good stops and not letting Heritage capitalize on opportunities that they might have.
Crittenden and company will have to keep the defense up for 8 more minutes to try and head into halftime up 1-0.
Saved by Covenant Christian. The kick by Heritage.
Angelo Luca having a good game so far in the net. Kick just out of the reach of McLemore, who was streaking down the field but had a Warriors defender on him.
And almost a perfect goal kick there by the goalie for Covenant. It was a low line drive just over defender. Warriors had a guy down the field, was almost able to get it up the field and to have an opportunity for the attack. But great defense coverage there by Heritage.
Andrew Crane has checked into the game for Covenant Christian, wearing number 14. Far end, far side from the Warriors. Splitting the defenders is Hudson Bell. And when he's had the ball in his control, he's looking to attack. He's looking to make something happen for the Warriors, although he loses it this time.
And the footwork that he has to be able to not only twist and turn and go through the legs of the defenders, but be able to control the ball the whole time. We've seen a lot of players who can do that and are quick, but if you can't control the ball, you miss out on opportunities.
Kick towards the goal, and Nice was there. Saw some pretty good defense coming in. There was Ryan Cornwall for the Eagles.
With the kick for Heritage.
Schultz will look to send it away as we've hit 6 minutes left to go in half number 1. One player falls over. Taking the contact was Ben Folk. Crittenden just a little too aggressive.
And that's what I'm talking about. Crittenden coming in there and off the bench and has made a couple different plays, and he's really developing that energy to become the X factor. But sometimes you got to be under control. You can't create a foul. You can't commit a foul. It gives them a free kick to have an opportunity to score.
Chance here for the Eagles. Reynolds sends it near side to Caro. You can see the Eagles are really, they're antsy to get a goal. They've had so many opportunities, so many good kicks, well-placed kicks for their teammates to make something happen, whether it be with their legs or with their head.
But what you can't do is you can't get too aggressive where you open up the opposite of the attack on your attack and give up another goal and go down 2-0 going into halftime. So they are attacking. They're trying to find those opportunities, but you got to keep your head. You can't get frustrated and open opportunities for the other team to capitalize on.
Through the legs of McCrory, but he's able to get it to his goalkeeper. Reynolds can't split the two defenders. We do have a whistle away from the ball, and it may be a frustration whistle, as after he loses it, Reynolds may have given a shove to one of the Covenant players.
Yeah, and like you said, getting a little frustrated, not able to capitalize, not able to get in there, but you got to keep your head. And as we see, he gets a yellow card from it, a little shove there at the end of the play after the ball was already going in the opposite direction.
Want to remind you, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. 3.5 left to go in this first half. Warriors are on top 1-0 after the Benji Ole's goal. Still playing hard is McCrory. Sends it up the field. And it's too far for Shemi Bolea to go after. Bolea comes flying in. Ball switches feet a few times. Heritage gets it back now.
And this is where Heritage has got to capitalize. You get the steal. You get a good tackle to be able to take the ball back going in the opposite direction, but you got to make those passes. You got to find those gaps, and you can't get overzealous and try to make something happen that may not be there.
Brittenden comes flying in. And Nice loses control of it. Eagles with it. Looking to attack, near side. Well-placed kick, but better defense. A little bit of hand-holding between Hickman and Caro.
Free kick for Covenant Christian.
This will give the ball back to the Warriors. Hickman sends it over.
Trying to split two defenders there, and that's what I talk about. Can't try to force something to happen that may not be there, because then as you see the Warriors on the attack on the opposite side of the field, fortunate enough for the Eagles, didn't give up big play, but a bad pass there by the goalie for Heritage Christian.
Nice heads-up play by Bolea. Saw some Eagles come flying over with nobody going after the ball. Covenant going to let the clock wind down just a little bit. We're closing in on 1 minute left to go in this first half. But the Eagles with a chance here.
1 minute.
Shot on goal, and it's just wide of the cage. Luca reaching out, almost got a piece of it.
And a good attempt, a strong kick there. No situations, you see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. You want to put a decent shot on goal, but he did have a teammate there that he could have maybe dropped it off and maybe have a better shot at the goal. And that, if you're Heritage, that's where you got to find. You got to find those opportunities to capitalize. You are down 1-0, but it's a long game. You want to play it smart and not too aggressive where you're going to make mistakes and miss out on opportunities.
The freshman Jamison Neo was the one that sent the ball flying. A whistle, and here's Heritage Christian. They got 15 seconds. Ham towards the goal. A header. Nice deflection by Luca.
6, 5,
And a perfect defensive stop there by Luca. Was able to rise up and knock the ball away. Because if his hand wasn't there, that was going in the goal, and we were tying this up going into halftime.
An exciting last 15 seconds there. Heritage Christian with a shot on goal, but great reaction from the goalkeeper. That being Angelo Luca, the junior. He's had some great saves in this one so far, but we have one whole half left to play. 10 minutes on the clock before we get this second half rolling. And we'll be back with the Warriors of Covenant Christian up 1-0 over the Eagles of Heritage Christian. You're watching Indiana High School Soccer on IndianaSRN.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Hey, conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks. Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorites.
My kid heard that solo!
You see my kid?
Yeah!
Come on! What's wrong with you?
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Back at halftime of the soccer game as Covenant Christian leads 1-0 over Heritage Christian. Keith Myers. Several games for you on IndianaSRN this year in soccer and lots of volleyball. Thank you very much for joining us. We want to thank both administrations to allow us to do this tonight. And Jared, you know, we had that long delay. And you could tell the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game that they had to get their feet and get back into it because they really were rushed. They got on the field. They had proper 15 minutes. But, you know, they're used to a 25, 30-minute warm-up. The thunderstorm wouldn't let that happen. But, man, it's a beautiful night, and it got cooler, which is a good thing.
It is a beautiful night. And, yeah, we're lucky that we were able to get this one in, kind of just sitting around waiting. But we were prepared. We have a great team behind the scenes that got everything ready to go. So, shout out to those guys for getting us ready and getting us on the air. It's been a great broadcast so far. And you mentioned, you know, kind of getting from a player perspective, getting yourself ready. You know, the field might be a little bit wet, but you know, the players kind of had to get their feet wet a little bit, I think, in those first few minutes. And Covenant Christian kind of staying back, being more the patient team. Heritage Christian was really aggressive early on. But it was a great right place, right time for Covenant Christian to get that one goal to be at 1-0.
Yeah, both of these teams, a conference, and this conference is really tough. You look at Garin Catholic, ranked number 1 in soccer. Then you have Babuff, you have Chittard, you have Heritage, and you have Covenant Christian. I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sure, but a very tough conference to play, and it's a fun game to watch tonight. Other games going on, we have a volleyball game going on. It's Bethesda's taking on Traders Point right now. That game is on the IndianaSRN as well. Tomorrow we have a load of football games for you. We have Traders Point at Covenant Christian. That is a 7 o'clock start. Shenandoah takes on Heritage right here. This same crew will be here tomorrow night. So the crew, I think, are going to just stay all night. And then also Franklin and Mount Vernon on tomorrow night, and, of course, North White and Frontier. So several games for you tomorrow. Doubleheader dip for you on Saturday. Babuff, Guerin Catholic, boy-girl doubleheader, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock start right here. And then Monday, Traders Tri-West taking on Heritage Christian. It says 7 o'clock on our website. Just been told it is a 6 o'clock start. They have moved that game up to 6 o'clock on Monday. But check out our website at IndianaSRN.org. Also follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. When we come back, Jarrett and Daniel comes right back with you. You're listening and watching high school soccer on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service. Can't get to a
Back at Heritage Christian High School, the Warriors of Covenant Christian on the road, getting the first goal, striking first. They're up 1-0 over the Eagles of Heritage Christian. Thanks so much for joining us on Indiana SRN. Jarrett Lewis here alongside Daniel Morales, and kind of mentioned it with Coach during the halftime show, Daniel, how Covenant was more of the patient team in that first half, kind of the first half of the first half, if you will. So that first 20 minutes, they were staying patient. Heritage Christian had a lot of opportunities. They kind of ruled the time of possession. And then you had that one goal with Covenant Christian kind of giving them all that momentum, right place, right time type of scenario with the ball ricocheting off of a few legs. And Benji Ole is able to get the goal for Covenant Christian. So that's really the difference right now. Will we see Heritage Christian come out and be more aggressive? Will we see them stay patient to start and get more aggressive towards the end? What do you think the game plan is in that locker room for the Eagles?
I think we're looking at Covenant Christian. They were patient. We look at the time of the possession. Yeah, we say Heritage had majority of the time of the possession in the first half. But if we look at Covenant, they were right place, right time on the defense. They made the right adjustments to be patient and find those openings and find those gaps to get the ball up in the field, and then, like you said, right place, right time. If you're Heritage, you have to execute on those opportunities that you come up with. There was a couple times in that first half that Heritage had those opportunities but just wasn't able to execute and put a foot on the ball at a good velocity to give themselves a shot at a goal. Also, we saw the goal, or the attempt on goal for Heritage Christian at near the end. He had the teammate to his left that he could have dropped it off, but you're down 1-0 and you're trying to do everything you can to get back in. You can't do that. So if you're Heritage, got to play patient. I think you still attack, but you don't attack maybe as aggressive as you might have done in the first half.
Teams will switch sides, so the Eagles will go now from left to right. And a fresh slate, a new 40 minutes to go in this one from Heritage Christian in near Indianapolis. Looks like the Warriors will get first touch, and the whistle blows. And we'll get this second half underway. Quickly getting it up the field are the Warriors towards McCrory on that far side. He can't handle it.
And now we're seeing Covenant come out a little bit aggressive. We saw Heritage get the ball to start the game. Now Covenant coming out starting the second half and being aggressive, pushing the ball down the field. If you're Covenant, you can't do what Heritage did and then give Heritage that opportunity to put a ball in the back of the net.
Warriors, again, still looking for their first win of the season. They're 0-3 coming into this one. The Eagles, a record of 1-2-1. Their one tie was in the season opener against University. A scoring fest in that one, 3-3.
Throwing for Heritage.
Last game for the Eagles was a victory in double overtime over Bishop Chatard, 2-1. That's a conference game, so big win picked up for the Eagles. This is conference game number 3 for them. They are 1-1. Their one loss being to Gearin Catholic. Sliding in for Covenant and may have gotten his hand on the ball there from Covenant Christian. I believe Andrew Crane was the player for the Warriors. Kick far side. Nice recovery and defense there from Covenant. Now they want to get it out on the run, up the field. Ball will trickle out of bounds. The Eagles
throw in for Heritage.
Now we'll have a free throw in.
And Covenant being patient here, not forcing anything. Obviously a little bit of a bad pass there. Heritage able to get the ball back, but still being patient, not forcing, not trying to be over aggressive. And when you're like that, especially in soccer, you find those opportunities and they open up for you without having to force opportunities into play. So Covenant keeps staying patient and looking for those open opportunities. They're going to be able to capitalize once again and make this a bigger lead.
Pass up the field, sails over everybody from the Eagles. That throw in from Covenant, and the Eagles get it right back. Dangerous pass over the middle of the field. Knocked away, but still with it. Nice of Covenant Christian. Takes a big swing with the left foot, and the shot just wide.
By the Warriors.
An aggressive play, about 40 yards out from the goal, and just kind of turns around and whips it. Sees, hey, let me see if I can get lucky. Might have got lucky in that first half on a bounce, a rebound, able to put it into the goal, but that one just kind of turned and whipped it and see if he can get a shot on goal, but it went wide.
Have a whistle here. Referee in the middle of the field, awarding a free kick and possession to the Eagles. Can hear the thud as the ball Comes off the head of one of the Covenant Christian players. It being Caleb Pralo, a senior for the Warriors. Heritage doing a nice job of clearing that one out from its own side. The difference right now being the one goal from Benji Olays of Covenant Christian. That came with 15 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the first half. Ball hooks that yellow line, giving over to the Warriors, and quickly getting it in for Covenant is Prowlow. McLemore, the lone eagle, towards the ball, now hands it off. Kick towards the middle of the field, hangs up there long enough for Covenant to clear it out.
A good defense by Heritage, obviously not giving up those big plays. Though had a couple scary moments there. Covenant was on the attack, but Heritage has to be patient here. They send it down and almost able to get it, but it's going to go in for a long throw in for the Warriors. But you see these little things for Heritage, and they have opportunities, but they're not able to capitalize. It's the small things. It's the small things, and able to control the ball off of a pass, get your foot, make solid contact, get the ball to where you're aiming for is key. And kind of so far in the second half, we haven't seen Heritage able to capitalize on those opportunities that the Warriors are giving them.
Here are the Eagles, though, with an opportunity now. Noah Ham, wearing number 10, and in grade 10, a sophomore. Nice place kick from Ham, and it had the chance, did the Eagles. Two players in the area. Collision there between two players. Coming in for Heritage Christian was Ivan West.
Free kick for Covenant Christian.
And for Covenant, it looked like Josh Bird was the one who got a lot of contact from West.
And a great send-in from the free kick, perfectly placed. And we look here, it was perfectly placed and just not able to get high enough. I think they might have jumped just a little too soon, and as they came down, that's when the ball went over their head, but perfectly entry for Heritage Christian, just not able to execute.
Taking a fall for Covenant Christian. Looked like it was Aiden McCrory. Now back over to McCrory. He has it stolen away. Hickman sends it down. Here's a pass. Covenant with a look here. Nice deflection by Heritage.
And this is where Heritage has to capitalize on the opposite on the attack. Had everybody loaded for the Warriors on the front side of the field, and now you're on the attack. You have to capitalize for the Eagles.
Reynolds trying to get Crane off of him. There will be a whistle. It'll be a free throw in.
Free kick, Eagles.
For the Eagles. And it'll be Ham again. Another kick. Just too much on it from Ham.
And those are the opportunities we talked about coming into the second half that you got to capitalize. That was a perfect spot for a free kick to have a good opportunity to put a shot on goal. Ham just sends it a little too strong over his teammates out of the backside of the goal for a goal kick. But you got to execute. You got to execute in those situations.
Coming on for Heritage Christian is Jamison Neal of the Eagles.
Covenant Christian to kick.
Luca now patrolling the opposite goal. has been busy here early on in the first 9 minutes. A lot of action between the two players far side. Covenant, though, gains possession. Now here's McCrory with a lot of room to work. Deflects off the Heritage defender. Now it's the Eagles who look to get out and run. Both teams utilizing that far sideline. Looks like Heritage Christian will have the ball out of bounds. So we get another substitution from the Eagles.
Into the game for Heritage.
And I think it goes in for a corner, which will be Heritage first corner of the game, as we saw Covenant in the first half have the only corner kick that we had so far of this match. But now Heritage has to capitalize. They have to look at these opportunities and try to take advantage of them as Covenant keeps attacking and putting on the pressure. 1-0 is not a big deficit. 2 makes it a little bit difficult to come back to from.
Ham again, the one to do the honors. Had 2 of his teammates going after it, Macklemore being one. And the other one
Christian called for offside. Covenant Christian to kick.
hitting the ground, looks like it was Max Locke. The Eagles were offsides as well, so free kick away from Luca and the Warriors. Maneuvering his way around was Caleb Williams. Now gets it over to Ham. Into the corner. Sliding down.
It almost looked like he lost his footing a little bit, but fortunately it went off the Warrior defender. Now it's going to go for a corner kick for the Eagles. Looks like he's a little slow getting up. Maybe fell on his hand trying to catch himself, but opportunities like this are coming now for Heritage. And if you're Heritage, you got to keep putting the pressure on, keep looking for those openings to capitalize to tie this game up.
That was Jamison Neal, the freshman for Heritage Christian. Now Ham with his 4th corner kick in about 4 minutes. Nice reception by Luca. Going up at the high point and reeled it in, and Luca looks like he's a little slow to get up.
Covenant Christian with the save on the shot by the Eagles.
And Luca's been doing an excellent job so far tonight. And this, we saw some of the highlights in the earlier games for Heritage Christian, and we know that they can put balls on goal. And you have to be a decent goalie and a good goalie, and reaction time's got to be quick to stop these. And we saw in that header that he stopped at the end of the first half was just outstanding, and he's continued that into the second half now.
Pass touch by Covenant Christian. Eagles look to throw in. Crane clears it out for the Warriors. Crane's kick too strong. Trello unable to track it down. Here's another chance for Heritage. Looks like the ball it's been in this half of the field for a lot of the time. This 13 minutes of play. Heritage with a couple big shots on goal. Well defended. Ham gets it back for the Eagles. Now far side, Hickman on the defense. Shot on goal, deflected by Luca. Another tremendous save by the junior goalkeeper.
And just continues to excel tonight.
Eagles get it back. Here's Ham. Shot on goal, deflected, and just misses wide of the cage.
Shot just wide by the Eagles.
And we're starting to see Heritage get that confidence back. We're seeing a lot of the time of the possession being in their half of the field. They're now on their 3rd corner in the second half. it's going to open up, but you got to keep being patient. You can't give up that big one on a counterattack and let the Warriors come down and put another goal up, but you got to keep putting that pressure on in your front field.
Eagles now have just as many shots on goal
with the corner kick.
in these first 14 minutes than they had in the entire first half. And this will be Ham again with the 5th corner kick. High kick. Comes near side and bounces into the student section bleachers behind the goal.
After the corner kick. Substitutions for Covenant Christian.
We see 2 substitutions now from Covenant Christian. Benji Olays has checked back in, wearing number 17.
Number 17, Benji Oles.
Ben Mathias, he's wearing number 23 for the Warriors. He's also in.
And number 6, Lucas Thomas.
Lucas Thomas, the 3rd substitution from Covenant. Ball trickles out of bounds and will go over to the Warriors.
And not able to control it there. And if you're Heritage, you have to be able to control the ball. You look for the spacing. You look for the gaps. You look for any type of opportunity to get the ball into the goal, into the box, and just not able to capitalize.
Heritage deep into their opponent's zone. Shot by Ham. Deflects off somebody in that middle. May have been Mathias or Crane, who are both standing right around that 10-yard line, 5-yard line.
Corner kick for the Eagles.
And the Warriors doing a great job so far tonight, just keeping up the defense. They know that Heritage is pushing, they're pressuring, they're wanting to put a ball in the net, but doing a great job in getting their body out in front of balls and shots.
Ham quickly gets the ball back in play, and it was a shot on goal. Deflected by Prelo of Covenant Christian.
Another shot wide by the Eagles after a strong run.
The Eagles, it must have
Covenant
had a
Christian
nice
with the
game
kick.
plan, for this second half with Coach Schnocky, because they've had plenty of shots on goal. They've been the aggressor. They've had, again, controlling the time of possession.
And the Warriors they've answered. They've had an answer for every attack that the Eagles have put on them and throwing their body out. They know what this game means. As you said, they haven't got a win yet this season, looking for their first win. This is a conference game, somewhat of a rival. You want to beat your rival and you want to beat your conference team.
Pass under the legs of Crane, and there to try to send it in was Reynolds.
David Reynolds,
but it sailed on him.
And uncharacteristic of Reynolds. We've seen him a lot put the foot on the ball and make magic happen, as we saw in that free kick a couple weeks ago or last week. But that one just kind of miskicked. I think you got to get a little excited. He got a little excited, saw the big goal, and just let his foot open up and send it over the goal.
Great passing by Heritage Christian on
Christian, number 7,
the attack. Caro was on the far side. Sent it towards the middle of the field. Now coming back near side. Weaving his way through traffic was Caleb Williams.
Possession remains with the Eagles.
It's been an eventful second half thus far, closing in on halfway through.
A lot of chances for Heritage Christian in the second half, a lot more than we saw in the first half. But once again, the Warriors are just stepping up and being able to stop the attack that the Eagles are throwing at them.
Crane able to clear it out towards midfield. Warriors with nowhere to go. They will have A free throw in. That pass from Nathan Jackson heads towards the Heritage Christian bench out of bounds.
What I like about the Warriors defense and what we've seen a lot tonight is they just put their foot out there. They anticipate where the pass is going to go. They anticipate where the shot is going to go. And they're just stepping it out there, stepping their foot out there to block the pass, to maybe do a tackle if they come up on them. But at the same time, this Warrior defense all night, having the pressure on them, has executed and came out on top so far.
Another look here for the Eagles. Macklemore in a slew of Warrior defenders. Was able to dump it off to someone behind him. May have been Cairo. But again, Heritage still with it. Shot well wide of the goal. Coming from the foot of Ivan
Shot
West.
by Ivan West for Heritage.
Ivan has one of the 3 assists on the year for Heritage Christian. 6 of their goals this year have been assisted on half of them. There's a better way to say that. 6 of their goals that they scored, they were, and this, you know what? Hold on, we're gonna try again. They had an assist on half of their 6 goals scored this year.
Three out of the 6 goals had assists on them.
See,
no, that might be a little better.
That's a little better. We were going to get there.
We
one
were.
way or another.
We're a team up here.
It's not your first soccer game, is it?
No, it's not yours, is it?
No. Warriors are going to take it now. They're at the H midfield. McCrory's there. Yellow card issued to Heritage Christian. Taking a fall for the Warriors was Ben Mathias. He had just checked in for Covenant. I believe the yellow card was given to Jamison Neal, and he is subbed out. Clock does stop with 18:14 left to go. Warriors still on top. 1-0. Benji Olace, the leading goal scorer for the Warriors from last year. He had 8 of them. Eli Martin was second on the team. He graduated. He had 6 goals. Now as the clock begins to wind back down. Warriors are looking to kick it away, which they finally do. In front of the goal, shot on goal, just wide of the net. Heritage Christian fans not happy with the Warriors taking their time on that kick.
Not at all. You right, picked that up on the mic and wanting to hurry up and get a kick, because we know that Heritage has had majority of the ball in their field, but Covenant has had an answer for every attack, every counter attack that the Eagles have put on them. And tonight, just all-around defense and goalie as well on the defensive side has done a great job.
Benji controls the ball around midfield. McCrory with Macklemore surrounding him. And now it's Ham who controls it and kicks it up the far sideline. Hickman opts to send it out of bounds to prevent any fast break action from Heritage Christian. Ham gets around the first defender, but McCrory's right there with help side defense.
I tell you, McCrory has been everywhere. I feel like every time there's a ball on a counterattack in their side of the field, on the defensive side of the field, he's always there. He's putting a foot on the ball. He's at least making his presence known to disrupt the play, and he's done a great job tonight.
Aiden, the older of the two McCrorys. He's wearing number 22. Caleb wearing number 12, just a freshman. Coming over and stealing it away is Nice for the Warriors. And here comes a steal of their own from Heritage Christian, swooping in. Take that away with Ethan Andrews, but his shot ends up being wide left.
And those are the opportunities for Heritage where you got to capitalize. He kind of just sent it out. We had two teammates on either side of him. You got to just capitalize, slow it down. Open the field. Look for your teammates to make a good pass, to put a decent shot on the goal.
Covenant looking to recover on defense. Middle of the field. McLemore gets the goal.
And we knew it was coming. We knew it eventually had to come. And it's one of those patients passing around. It was just a simple cross pass into the box where his teammate was and was able to put it in.
Almost scored at the identical time that Covenant Christian scored.
And good control of the ball. We talked about that early on. You have to control the ball. Great pass, able to control. But then we get a through ball here, a little bit of a move with the ball. Simple pass across the middle of the box. Stops it, puts it in the back of the net for a goal.
A deflection that goes towards the way of Heritage Christian. And the Warriors, who scored with 15-17 left to go, now see the Eagles score with 15-19 left to go. So around the same exact time, these two teams are able to get the ball into the net.
And now we got a game.
Now we do.
It's tied now. It's a whole brand new match.
Yep.
Soccer match, where both are going to be aggressive now. We got 15 minutes left in the second half. We've seen both teams score. Now, who's going to put in that one to take the lead?
Second goal of the season for John McLemore. He now joins Caleb Williams and Noah Ham with 2 goals apiece this year. The 7th goal scored by Heritage Christian this year. Last year, McLemore had 7 goals scored in the 20-game season that the Eagles were able to complete. Regional champions from last year. Big-time score picked up by Heritage Christian. So many different factors. The Warriors looking for their first win, a Circle City Conference matchup. Eagles looking to, in a sense, even out their record. Right now they're 1-2-1. But the Warriors with the ball on their side of the field. Nice clear out by Heritage Christian as it comes midfield. We have a stoppage of play. Looks like player on the far side, way away from the action. He's going to limp towards the bench. Looks like the number may have been number 6. That would be Lucas Thomas. And immediately we see Braden Crittenden check in for Covenant.
And he was a big factor in that first half. He brought in that energy, that moving where the ball is, making deflections, getting in front of the defenders, stopping the ball. This could be another X factor in the second half for the Warriors.
Yeah, Crittenden checked in right around this time in the first half, about halfway through. And for that amount of time that he was in, definitely played a huge role. A couple players hit the turf. Heritage Christian will take possession back.
Gets the ball on a throw in. On a free kick.
Free kick for the Eagles. And we get a whistle as the kick was midway through the air. Looks like they're going to re-kick as the clock continues to wind down. 13.5 closing in, left to go. Nice attempt there, far side. Bringing it back out is Reynolds. Sees Pralo come after him. And it will be the Warriors that get the ball back.
Ball out of bounds goes to Covenant Christian.
Kind of got a little lackadaisical with the ball there, trying to make a move. They had a good cross from the far side of the field over to the other side of the field. Controlled the ball, but then when he turned around, just kicked a little too hard and then didn't really rush to get to it, and it went in for a goal kick.
Both McCrorys are now on the field for Covenant Christian. And the one falling down and losing control looked to be Aiden, number 22. Another free kick. Ham has been the one to make them. Over to McLemore, and that kick sails off the foot. He knows he had an opportunity there. That was Gabe Caro.
Absolutely, and a missed one to that because he had a pretty decent shot. And tell you what, all the crosses that Ham has put into the middle of the box has a chance to go in if the right person's there at the right time. And just to perfectly executed, just not finishing. And that's a big factor for them tonight.
Covenant loses the handle on it. Here's Reynolds again. Has 4 players around him, still able to get a shot off, but Luca's right there.
Yeah, 4 players around him, was able to chip it in and get a nice shot on goal there. But Luca has just been so great tonight. Just across the board, yeah, he gave up that 1 goal, but overall tonight has done an excellent job.
This time Covenant Christian has it on their side of the field. Off the heel of Nice. Warriors still with it. Nice tried to get it over to his teammate. That'd be Benji Oles. And now we have a one-on-one situation up the field. McLemore again, guarded by Crane. Saw some contact there. Heritage fans wanting something shot just over the crossbar of the goal.
Yeah, barely over that crossbar.
Shot attempt by Heritage Christian.
Getting that shot off looked to be Caro. Trying to get another look at it. Here's the shot earlier from Reynolds, and just great recognition there from Luca.
Yeah, 3 defenders around him and just simply chips it in. But Luca, the reaction time we've seen him tonight has been extraordinary and hasn't missed a beat really other than that 1 goal that they gave up.
Luca will send this one towards midfield. Warriors lose the handle on it, but get it right back. Benji Oles right over the H. The one that scored the goal back in the first half. Deflection with Hickman and Ham there.
Oh.
Crane, and fans saw it right away. They're right on top of things.
He didn't even try to sell that. Kind of just went right in. I mean, he's playing basketball out there.
Coach says double dribble.
Foul on Covenant Christian. Free kick for the Eagles.
That'll be a free kick for the Eagles. And right now, Ham has it placed at the 20. And he'll wait for the rest of his crew to get position. I want to remind you this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. The kick, great save by Luca, and a great recovery to pounce on it and prevent any other kicks to get off by Heritage Christian.
And even the rebound. I mean, we see a lot of goals in soccer off the rebound, initial block for the goalie. But Luca just jump right on it and be aware of where the ball is at all times. I tell you, he's doing a great job tonight.
Nice pass up the field from Reynolds right now. Heritage loses it. 2 players take a tumble. We do get a whistle. Penalty is going to be called against the Eagles.
With the free kick.
Caleb Williams took a tumble, fighting hard for that soccer ball. You want to say like basketball or football so bad?
Just say
and
ball.
It sounds odd to say soccer because you call it a soccer ball.
What you call it, football, right?
You don't kick the soccer, you kick the soccer ball.
That is true. Or you kick the ball.
Or you just kick the ball. Nothing special about it. You just kick the ball.
On the last play, substitution for Covenant Christian, number 11, Hudson Bell.
Clock continues to wind, 7:35. Shot from Oles is going to be wide right off of his left foot.
Shot by Covenant Christian.
I just pulled it a little bit. It had it kind of hooked it out wide of the goal. Didn't really have a threat there, but we've seen Covenant score on rebounds. We've scored and be aggressive. Been on the defense side. Counterattacks have been big for Covenant tonight, but Heritage just continues to lay that pressure on in the front field.
Here come the Warriors with Nice. Shot off the left foot,
Another
wide
strong
left.
shot by Covenant Christian. Heritage Christian with the kick.
Schultz sends this one away. Warriors ready in there to take it. The Eagles get it right back. Nice pass up the sideline. Here's Reynolds trying to outrun Prelo, which he does not do. Prelo takes a seat. Reynolds still has it, and we have a late whistle.
Yeah, it looks like they did call the foul there on Reynolds. Kind of shoved him a little bit, put him down, but decent call all around.
We appreciate you tuning in on IndianaSRN for boys varsity soccer action. 4 football games for you tomorrow. 5 football games, says the coach. One of them includes Traders Point and Covenant Christian. That is at Covenant Christian, so the Warriors football team in action tonight. Right here, Heritage Christian will host Shenandoah. So both teams with their soccer teams playing tonight. We'll see the football team playing tomorrow. Franklin at Mount Vernon as well. Morales right here. He'll be on the call for that one. And North White at Frontier.
Like the offsides flag was up there on the far side of the field.
Offside Warriors. Possession to Heritage
Warriors were
Christian.
indeed offsides. Schultz will get a free kick away for Heritage Christian. 5 minutes left to go. Off the head of Covenant Christian, and it looked like the Eagles had an opportunity there, almost a breakaway chance with Cairo and McLemore running the field.
And just the ball had spin on it, and it kicked right. Now it goes out for a corner for the Eagles, and this is the opportunity you want. You're under 5 minutes left here in the second half.
Possession.
Got a good opportunity here for a corner to put one in the back of the net.
And it's another corner. It's so many corner kicks in this half for the Eagles. Another one coming in. Off the head, over the post. Heritage Christian will get another crack at it.
Yeah, it looks like it was deflected there by a Warrior, which now sends it back out for another corner kick. And these opportunities for Heritage that you think they're going to capitalize on one, and these corners being sent in are placed pretty good.
Kicking it off the legs. Nice heads up there from Covenant Christian, that being Lucas Thomas.
Substitution for Covenant Christian in the game number 14.
Do see a substitution. Andrew Crane is checked back in. He's been covering a lot of field in that first 20 minutes. Throw in for the Eagles' far side. Collision there between two players, both trying to head it. Still the Eagles, though, in control. Eagles fans looking for another goal scored here. Trying to perhaps seal the deal.
And what we've seen all night is Covenant just putting their body in front of the ball and stopping it. And then the counterattack, being able to somewhat execute here, as we see on the counterattack for the Warriors.
Hickman had some room to work with. Shot off his right foot.
In the second.
Well wide of the goal.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a miss hit. It looked like a miss hit there. Wasn't able to make solid contact with his foot to put a decent shot on goal.
Under 2 minutes to go. There's not another goal scored in this final minute 30 seconds. There will be as much as 2 7-minute periods played. Carlo was out of bounds when he touched the ball, so Heritage will take it right back. Clock continues to wind. Here come the Eagles. Running it down before it goes out of bounds. Heritage Christian with it, 50 seconds left to go. Covenant, though, good defense there, able to clear it out.
And this is when you're Heritage, you look for those opportunities. As we see right here, a little miss hit by the Warriors. But you don't want to give up the counterattack if you can't capitalize here.
Shot over the middle, and just left of the goal. Nice attempt there from Ham. Good connection between him and McLemore. With 10 seconds left to go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Luca will just hang on to it, and we will head to our first overtime period.
That ends regulation.
7 minutes left to play. We'll see if someone can score in that 7-minute period, but if not, we'll head to another one. This will be the second game that Heritage Christian has played in overtime. It'll be back-to-back games. They got the 2-1 victory over Bishop Chatard last Saturday. We'll take a break, be right back. 1-1 our score. You're watching Indiana High School Soccer powered by IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Heritage Christian High School, Jarrett Lewis alongside Daniel Morales and the coach, Keith Myers. I think he wants to say something.
He can have mine. Oh.
So, Daniel, you played this game. What do you do in these overtimes?
I played this game?
Yeah. What'd you do?
You score, right? You get down the field and you put the ball in the back of the net.
Real quick, high school football tomorrow. You're at Mount Vernon. Franklin should be a pretty good ball game.
Hopefully. Mount Vernon has a lot they had to work on this week after that loss to Noblesville. Hopefully they'll come back and bounce back and get a win tomorrow. Get a dub on the board for Coach Leidy on his first win.
Bill Ledlow and Daniel Morales on the call at 7 o'clock right here on IndianaSRN.
Heritage will put the ball in play.
I'll be right here tomorrow. I'll have the call with CJ. We have Shenandoah and Heritage Christian. Looking forward to that one. So the first of 2 overtime periods, 7-minute
intervals.
Intervals, yeah, that's a good word.
I've been watching racing.
Synonyms for periods, quarters.
And if you're Heritage, you just want to keep putting the pressure on. What we saw in that second half, especially towards the end of the second half, they had a lot of opportunities. We're seeing it here. But you can't just kind of throw back kicks like that. We've seen a lot. You got to want to try to let the play develop. This is 14 minutes total, so you don't have to get it all in one. You just got to get that right one opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net, the soccer ball in the back of the net.
Had emphasis on the soccer ball. So goalie switch sides again. Luca is now in the left side of the field goal. And on the other side is Dalton Schultz.
What direction is that, Jarrett?
That would be north,
nice.
Where Luca is. See that? The Eastern Hancock education wasn't terrible.
Hey, Hancock County boys over here.
That's right. Ball State education isn't bad either.
Mammoth State has its ups and downs.
Classes started this week, so we're kind of getting in the swing.
Yep.
Eagles going from right to left. Nice for Covenant Christian, able to swing it over. Now Bowles has it. Gets it back after the deflection.
And if you're the Warriors, that's how you answered, or you put points up on the board last time on the counterattack, and you have to execute on these counterattacks for Covenant Christian.
Bowles able to take it right back. Had it stolen away for a moment from Ethan Andrews. If you're just now joining us, Covenant Christian was the first to score. Benji Oles had a goal in the first half with 15-17 left to go. Then John McLemore in the second half scored with 15-19 to go to tie things up at 1-1. And now we have started our first overtime period of 7 minutes. This is a Circle City Conference matchup, so there will be no tie tonight. There will be a winner. We'll figure it out some way, whether it be an overtime play or in a penalty shootout. Here's Ham, middle of the field, takes a shot.
And these are close opportunities. It's just, are they the best? You know, you kind of look, you see that you have four of your teammates, well, three other teammates of yours up in around the box, if not in the box. You can try to make a deflection play or a pass like we saw on the goal they scored in the middle of the second half. But if you're Heritage, you got to capitalize on those opportunities where you have more people up in the box.
Yeah, both of these goals scored have been essentially point-blank goals. So there's been a deflection or two in the middle of that. But, yeah, like you said, I agree with the shot selection. I think Heritage, I think Covenant too, whoever's shooting it, they can get as close as they can and kind of opt away from shooting a shot 30 yards out. Oles gets back up and gets the ball. Here's McLemore. Far side, Reynolds. Running down the field and too strong with the kick.
Yeah, just lifted that foot up a little bit and dropped his head. And when you do that and you point your toe to the sky, it sends the ball rising up instead of a firm shot, straight shot at the goalie or into the back of the net.
And he knows it too. He knows he had probably the best attempt that Heritage Christian might have in this first overtime period. Benji Oles over to Nice. Nice up the field, has a man, goalie comes up. Dangerous situation there, but a good play coming in was Dalton Schultz.
A beautiful through pass there for the Warriors. Led him perfectly, just not able to execute, but a great job there by the Heritage Christian goalie to come up and kick that away and not sit back and let them try to get a little chip shot over his head.
Back the other way are the Eagles. Deflected, and McCrory has it. Sends it here near side to Eddie Wynn. Check that, Josh Bird, but he loses the handle on it. McLemore, nice pass, middle of the field. Here's Ham. Crane able to track it down for the Warriors and send it out of bounds to prevent any more damage done by Heritage Christian.
And the speed of Ham still this late into extra time, it just amazes me because these guys have been running obviously for 80 minutes, and now we're in the extra time, and he still's got that speed to get him and beat him up the field.
Lucas saves the shot that came in from Ham. Ball pinballs off to players, and Heritage Christian fans thought they were going to take possession, but instead, referee awards it over to Covenant. And time winds out on the first overtime period. That was a quick 7 minutes.
It was.
But plenty of action still in that 7-minute time frame. We'll take a break and be back for the second edition of a 7-minute overtime period right here on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Back quickly here at Heritage Christian. The second overtime period of 7 minutes has begun. Jarrett Lewis with Daniel Morales. Schultz comes in to send that ball away. Team switch sides yet again now. Covenant Christian will go from right to left. They will go towards the north side of the field.
Ball's out of bounds.
McCrory running hard after it, trying to keep it in play.
Eagles maintain possession.
And we saw Heritage in the last overtime game that they were in capitalized in the second overtime. So will we see at the end of the night? They got to keep putting that pressure on and look for those opportunities as we talked about all game and be able to capitalize when the moment opens up.
The Eagles with possession. Nice kick. Near goal. McLemore. Oh, the deflection almost snuck in.
Off of his own teammate there. That went off of a Warriors side of the leg. Almost went in the side of the goal, but now goes out for Heritage corner, and this right here is the opportunity that you've been looking for here in overtime.
Nice turnaround attempt from
Heritage
McLemore.
Christian with the corner kick.
Was on line and then hits one of his own players. Now Ham doing the corner kick yet again. He has just as many as he does on his jersey. He's had plenty of corner kicks, and they've all been in the second half. Shot is going to go maybe through the goalpost.
3 points for football. Can we add that for tomorrow night's game here? Maybe.
Home field advantage for Heritage.
The Warriors.
Could you imagine if they did something like that? Your soccer team plays on the football field the night before. Any balls that go through the field goal post add to your score to start the game next Friday. Put a little twist in it.
Nice alternate reality we can. Up the field, Reynolds. And Luca is in prime position.
On the last play substitution for Covenant Christian, number 5, Nathan Redhorn.
Now halfway through this second overtime period. Big ricochet off the leg of Nice. Up the sideline, nobody home for Heritage Christian.
And I think that's where the exhaustion of playing these extra minutes after playing 80 minutes is catching up to him. As we saw, there's a little struggle to get up the field there to catch up to that ball.
And you could see it in Caleb Prelo. He was kind of slow to throw that ball in, bending over. It has been a tough 90 minutes of play now for these two teams. Just 2:50 left to go.
And Heritage is getting opportunities here. It's another quick 7 minutes that's going through. We may see PKs tonight. And great defense there by the Warriors. Was able to control the ball, let it bounce around, kick it off of an Eagle leg to go out for a goal kick instead of going towards the Eagles for a corner.
Into the game for Covenant Christian, number 6, Lucas Thomas. 2 minutes.
Now reached the 2-minute warning. Kicking this one away for the Warriors is Cameron Hickman. Nathan Redhorn has checked in for Covenant Christian. Kick goes out of bounds. Eagles looking to get it in quickly with Caro. Heritage playing it safe, keeping a few guys back.
Yeah, not as much pressure and pressing as we saw in the first half and into the second half for the Eagles. Kind of sitting back, maybe wanting this to go to PKs.
1 minute.
Here comes Covenant Christian. Have some room to work with Nice. Late defense came over. Good deflection by Andrews. Shot from Oles. Nice read by Schultz to save it.
Yeah, good reaction. Great. Keep it in front. Doesn't want him to bounce off of him and go out for a corner kick and then give them an opportunity.
"20 seconds left to go. One last chance
10
for the Eagles.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nothing doing as the clock winds down. Two overtime periods have gone through.
We will now enter
14 extra minutes of play, so 94 total minutes of play. But now it'll come down to penalty kicks.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen both teams press and be able to counterattack and put goals up, but we haven't really seen how they are one-on-one at shots on goal situations. So this can go either way here in the penalty kicks.
We'll see who the coaches select to take these penalty kicks when we come back. You're watching Indiana High School Soccer, powered by IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Jarrett Lewis here, alongside Daniel Morales for the moment, but he had his headset stolen by the coach. Coach has something to say again.
No, I just want to remind everybody about football tomorrow. Big games tomorrow. Heritage Christian and Shenandoah. Covenant Christian and Traders Point should be a great matchup. They're 2 miles away from each other. That should be a great matchup. Mount Vernon and Franklin should be a great game. And then our friends up at Frontier playing North White tomorrow. Should be a lot of great games. And then doubleheader soccer tomorrow, Saturday. James is on the call. James producing on Saturday. Doubleheader, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Babuff and Guerin Catholic. Guerin Catholic boys #1 in the state of Indiana. Should be a great contest.
And it was Guerin Catholic who gave Heritage Christian their first loss of the season. It was a 3-0 fashion. So you can see the Golden Eagles are very capable with a high-powered offense to put teams away. And so, yeah, doubleheader soccer boys-girls on Saturday with Brebeuf and Guerin Catholic. Meanwhile, we still have soccer here. We're heading into a time of penalty kicks, tied up at 1-1. Referees have gone through what they need to do with their captains and figuring out which goal they're going to go into and all things of that nature. We'll find out who's taking those kicks when we come back on IndianaSRN.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
Penalty kicks to decide this one at Heritage Christian High School. Looks like they're going to head into the south goal. And both teams huddling up before we get these penalty kicks underway. We'll see who the 5 are for Heritage and the 5 are for Covenant Christian. First up, looks like it'll be Dalton Schultz in the cage first, so we will see a kicker of Covenant Christian. 5 for Covenant Christian, one of them being Benji Oles. We also see number 6, Lucas Thomas. Number 11, Hudson Bell is out there. Also see number 9, Josh Bird. And last but not least, number 5, Nathan Rebhorn. Those are the 5 for the Warriors. First up for Covenant Christian is going to be the man who put them on the board. That would be Benji Oles.
And PKs are not something that's simple. I mean, not just for the kicker. A lot of people think, oh, it's really hard for the goalie. But the kicker, you got to have accuracy, and you got to put it where you're wanting to kick it. So not easy when it comes to PKs on either side of the ball.
Oles will start from the right side and take his way to the left and put a nice kick into the corner of the net to get Covenant Christian on the board first.
And the goalie was able to guess the right direction, but that goes back to the accuracy of the kick to put it in that upper top left corner where the goalie cannot reach it.
And now it'll be Heritage Christian's turn.
And you'll see here the goalie guesses the right direction, but he puts it in a place where the goalie can't reach it.
Oles gets a nice running start, uses that right foot.
Perfectly executed there.
For Heritage Christian, it'll be Gabe Caro. Luca in the goal, awaiting the kick. Slow motion, and Caro fakes out Luca, who kind of stood still in his tracks and able to respond is Heritage Christian.
Yeah, just simple, on the ground, right down the middle. Give yourself a chance for the ball to get in the back of the net. Perfectly executed PK.
Left-footed kick from Caro. Hits the back of the net. Next up for Covenant Christian is Josh Bird. And off the crossbar, doesn't go in. Schultz guessed wrong. And the kick just off the post, no good. So now it's Covenant Christian. They are 1 for 2. Eagles with a chance here to take the lead in a sense.
And on that last one, he beat the goalie, just wasn't able to execute, and that goes back to the difficulty of PKs.
Second kick is a save by the goalie Luca, and he's pumped up about it.
We've seen Luca come through over and over again tonight and has done an excellent job this whole game.
Next up for the Warriors is going to be Rebhorn. Schultz back into the net. That last kick from Heritage Christian was from Caleb Williams. Rebhorn, his shot is off the post. So back-to-back kicks from Covenant Christian don't go through, just inches away from finding the net.
And a mixture of not perfect accuracy, but great defending there by the goalie. He was able to put a little bit of a finger on to make it go all wide of it and knock the post.
Now stepping up to the spot, David Reynolds.
Start setting up your shot.
Been up.
Good.
And all the action for Heritage Christian tonight. His goal goes through.
And we know he can put it in the back of the net. We've seen it over and over a couple times so far this year. Able to put the ball in. And that one's just a simple kick. Keep it low, right underneath the goalie. As you see, just goalie guesses right direction, but it's put in a place where he can't get it.
He had some firepower kind of into that kick as well. So Reynolds puts the Eagles ahead. They are 2 of 3. Covenant Christian now back up to kick. They are 1 of 3 in PKs. Doing the honors for the Warriors is Hudson Bell. He picks the right side, and Bell now ties things back up. Covenant Christian 2 of 4. Fourth kick coming up for Heritage.
Yeah, just a simple kick. And when you, as a goalie, when you already kind of start to guess one direction, there's no point in trying to kick it back. As you can see, it's already past them. You committed to go the opposite way of where the ball is going.
The kick from Heritage Christian. It goes through for Ham. Heritage Christian is 3 of 4 in their penalty kicks. So Covenant Christian is going to have to make this next kick to force a Heritage Christian final 5th kick.
And a little hesitation there. Looks and see where maybe the goalie's leaning to and able to fire it in there with a little velocity behind the ball.
A save here from Schultz will get the job done for the Eagles. Lucas Thomas into kick for Covenant Christian. And it's through. So now that puts all the pressure on Heritage Christian. A kick that goes through here will seal the deal.
Yeah, and that's a high-pressure situation there for Covenant Christian. Perfectly executed. Top goes up on the higher end of the goal, not low where the goalie can dive down and get it. But great execution there for Covenant Christian.
This kick from the Eagles will come from Nathan Jackson. And a good penalty kick for Heritage will win it. And it's through. The Eagles win it in penalty kicks 4-3. And that'll give Heritage Christian their second win of the season. They move to 2-1. And unfortunately for the Warriors, they fall to 0-4. Unable to get their first win of the year. They were the first to score with the goal from Benji Oles, but a goal from John McLemore tied things up. And after 2 overtime periods, penalty kicks go in favor of Heritage Christian.
Yeah, just perfectly executed when it came to the PKs. Covenant's goalie has done a great job the whole game. And just unfortunate, the kickers weren't able to execute on some of the goals and put the pressure on him. And Heritage Christian did a great job coming in here and winning the PKs.
The next game for Heritage Christian, they will take on Park Tudor this Saturday. As for Covenant Christian, they will face off against Providence this Saturday. For our entire crew, which includes our cameraman, Nick Lewis, our producer this evening, James Andrews, who did a fantastic job. I'm Jarrett Lewis with Daniel Morales saying thanks for tuning in on Indiana SRN. 1-1, our final score. The Eagles pick up the victory in penalty kicks 4-3. And they move on to 2-1 on the year. They're 2-0 at home, and they are 0-2-1 on the road. So this has been a good place for the Eagles of Heritage Christian. Covenant Christian now 0-2 at home and on the road. The Eagles also pick up their second Circle City Conference victory. So that'll wrap things up for us here tonight at Heritage Christian High School. For Daniel Morales, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. Tune in tomorrow for some Friday Night Football right here on Indiana SRN.